Hey, everyone out there working hard in public service. It's wild how fast technology changes, right? It seems like every day there's a new something or other.
I know. It really does feel like drinking from a fire hose.
Right. So we thought it'd be cool to really dig into one of those big trends and see how it could help all of us serving our communities.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. So today's deep dive is all about the 2024, the state of generative AI in the enterprise report. This one's from Menlo Ventures.
Yeah, this report's really interesting because it shows how AI is becoming a practical tool, not just something people talk about. It's got real applications that can actually make your job easier and help you serve your community better.
That's what I'm talking about. So the report starts with this crazy number.
Oh, yeah.
$13.8 billion spent on AI this year.
Wow.
6 times what we saw last year. That shows you how seriously people are taking it.
Definitely. And that investment isn't just limited to Silicon Valley. Public sector organizations are starting to see the potential too. The report found that 72% of decision makers across all industries expect AI adoption to keep growing like crazy.
So it's not just a fad. It seems like a real shift in how we'll all be working in the future.
I think so.
One of the things I found super interesting was how the report breaks down specific uses for this tech. They talk about code co-pilots, which sound like something out of Star Wars to me.
Yeah, right. They're basically AI assistants that help developers write and debug code faster and more efficiently. Imagine what that could do in the public sector.
Oh, wow.
Streamlining code for government websites, making online services more user-friendly for citizens.
Seriously. Think about how much time and effort that could save. But it's not just about speed.
Right.
The report also talks about how AI is changing how we handle support and citizen engagement.
Absolutely. Think about those chatbots we see everywhere now. AI could power those to answer questions about government services 24/7, help people with complicated paperwork, or even provide info on local resources.
Yeah. Making information so much easier to find.
Exactly.
And the report also dives into how AI is transforming enterprise search and data extraction, which we all know can be a huge pain in the public sector. We're drowning in data.
Oh, it's true. Finding one crucial piece of information can feel impossible. But AI is changing that. We're talking tools that can analyze mountains of data in seconds and pull out the exact insights you need to make smart decisions.
So we can actually use all that data for something.
Exactly. Imagine being able to analyze cryostats, identify patterns, allocate resources more effectively, or instantly find the right policy document to answer a citizen's question.
That's what I'm talking about. Working smarter, not harder.
For sure.
And let's not forget about all those meetings we have to sit through. The report actually had some good news there, too.
Oh, yeah. Meetings. Everyone knows how much time they can suck up.
It's true.
But imagine AI tools that automatically summarize key points, decisions made, action items.
That would be amazing.
You would save tons of time and ensure accurate record keeping, which is so important in government.
Definitely would free up some brain space for more important things. So we've talked about co-pilots, chatbots, data analysis. Is there anything AI can't do? It sounds like it's taking over.
Well, hold on, because the report also mentions something called AI agents.
AI agents?
Yeah, think of it like an AI system that can handle complex tasks independently, almost like a super efficient digital assistant.
Wait, like a digital assistant that actually gets things done?
Exactly.
Tell me more.
So these AI agents can take care of all those boring, repetitive tasks that eat up your time, like processing paperwork, scheduling meetings, or even sorting through emails.
That would free up so much time.
Right, exactly. It lets you focus on the tasks that need creativity, critical thinking, genuine human interaction. The stuff AI can't do.
Makes sense. So basically it frees up public servants to actually, serve the public.
Exactly.
I love it. The report even mentions some companies that are using these AI agents in some really cool ways.
Yeah, they are. Like Forge and Sema4, they're using AI agents to totally change how their financial back office works. And there's another company called Clay. They're using AI agents to power their go-to-market tools, basically making it way easier to reach new customers.
So it's like streamlining everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
It makes you wonder what those efficiencies could look like in the public sector.
Right.
Right. Like, could we use AI agents to improve things like permit processing, grant applications, or even responding to citizen inquiries?
Absolutely. The possibilities are huge, especially when you think about the challenges we face in the public sector. Limited resources, growing demands. AI could be a game changer.
For sure. But like with any new technology, we need to be smart about how we use it.
That's a great point. So for anyone listening who's thinking, okay, this all sounds cool, but where do I even begin? What are some key takeaways from this report?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, I think the first takeaway is to embrace the change. AI isn't just a trend, it's a fundamental shift in how we're all going to work. And that includes public service.
So don't be afraid to jump in right.
Exactly. But don't just adopt every new AI tool that pops up. The report emphasizes prioritizing value and customization.
So don't just get on the AI bandwagon because it's trendy.
Right. Focus on solutions that offer a clear return on investment. And that can be tailored to the needs of your specific department or agency. Ask yourself, will this actually make our work more efficient? And will it help us serve citizens better?
So it's all about strategy
Right.
and figuring out how AI can solve the real problems we face every day.
Exactly.
I like that. But what about experimentation? Is there room for that in government? Because we all know it can be pretty risk averse.
Oh, there absolutely should be. The report actually encourages public sector organizations to build a culture of innovation and learning. So don't be afraid to try out new AI projects and see what works.
Well, like pilot programs and stuff.
Exactly. Even small experiments can teach you a lot, and they could lead to bigger, more impactful changes in the future.
So it's about being strategic, focusing on value, and being open to trying new things. Sounds like a good plan to me.
It is.
The report also goes into some specific areas where AI is already making a big difference. And two that really stood out to me, especially for public service, were healthcare and legal.
Those are great examples. They both have a big impact on people's lives.
Absolutely. So in healthcare, we're already seeing AI being used to reduce all the administrative work healthcare providers have to do,
Yeah, that's amazing.
like those ambient scribes the report
Yeah.
talked about.
Oh, yeah. Those AI-powered tools can listen to patient consultations, and then they automatically create clinical notes, so doctors and nurses don't have to spend hours on paperwork.
That sounds incredible.
It is. Think how much more time they could spend actually caring for patients.
It would be a game changer, especially in a field that's already so overworked. And it's not just about saving time, right? What about the impact on public health in general?
That's where it gets really interesting. The report talks about how AI solutions are popping up all over healthcare, from streamlining triage and intake to improving medical coding and even optimizing revenue cycle management. It all leads to more efficient healthcare, better use of resources, and ultimately better health outcomes for everyone.
That's what it's all about. So we've got healthcare covered. What about the legal field? It doesn't seem like a place where you'd expect to see cutting-edge tech.
It does have a reputation for being a bit behind the times, but even the legal sector is starting to embrace AI.
Why is that?
Well, think about it. The legal field is all about huge amounts of data. Case law, statutes, regulations, contracts, it's overwhelming. And the workflows can be super complex. AI is perfect for tackling those challenges.
That makes sense.
So we're talking about AI tools for legal research, contract review, and even automating parts of casework.
That could be incredibly valuable, especially in the public sector where resources are so tight.
For sure. Imagine being able to use these tools to make legal services more efficient and accessible for everyone. It could help people navigate complex legal processes, access legal aid, or even just understand their rights.
That would be amazing. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from big picture trends to really specific examples of how AI is being used. But let's step back for a second and think about what this means for you, the public servant listening to this. What's the main takeaway here? How should you be thinking about AI as you go back to your work serving your community?
I think the big thing is AI can be a really powerful force for good in the public sector. It's not about replacing human connection or expertise. It's about using AI to help us do more work better and ultimately serve our communities in new ways.
So it's like AI is a tool to make a bigger impact.
Exactly. It gives us more power to make a real difference.
I can see that. Like imagine social workers connecting people with the resources they need faster and easier.
Yeah.
Or city planners using AI to analyze traffic and make our cities safer and easier to get around.
Those are great examples. The possibilities are really endless.
It's pretty exciting to think about the future of public service with all this new AI stuff happening. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's one last thought you'd leave with our listeners, something for them to think about as they go back to their work?
I would say this: stay curious, stay engaged, and don't be afraid to try new things. AI is constantly changing, so it's important to keep learning, asking questions, and exploring how these new technologies can help us build a better future for our communities.
That's a perfect note to end on. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI and how it can transform public service. Until next time, keep on learning and exploring, everyone.